Good morning, students. I am Harshada More. Welcome you all in the third video lecture for the subject Human Resource Management, Unit 2. So, we have already started our Unit 2, that is acquiring of human resources. So far we have discussed definition or meaning of human resource planning. We have discussed different steps which are involved in human resource planning. We have discussed what is job analysis, and we have discussed difference between job description and specification. What is job description also we have studied. We have also studied job specification in detail. In yesterday's in his last class we have discussed about job design, advantages and disadvantages of job design, and we have also discussed different methods of job design. So these all methods will try to cover in today's class. So as I have already told you, we have already discussed about job simplification or job specification. Today's class, we'll be discussing about other factors. So first is what are these are the different job designs. Okay. So first one is, what is job rotation? What is job rotation? So it is a movement of employees from one job to another job. Okay, I'll give example in bank. In bank, most of the time, the role of cashier can be played by the people who are handling the counters for inquiry, or it can be even the manager. Why so? Because sometimes nowadays it is a case where there are only 4 to 5 employees working at a bank. So in the absence of one person, the other person should be able to play the role of another, so that the customer won't feel any difficulties in absence of any of the employees. So this is what a job rotation, where one can play the role of another. So that is job rotation. So what are the different advantages for particular this job rotation? It When you are doing job rotation, it eliminates boredom. So where you are playing, if where you are playing role of another employee at the organization, you may feel something new, and you may think that there is new things are happening with me, and there is no that a particular, you are not stick to your particular routine. You are away from your routine, you are learning new things, so it will avoid the boredom. Next is encourage development. So as a employee, they can even play the role of another. So it means they are developing themselves with the extra qualities, extra skills required by other person as well. Give employees a break from strenuous job duties. That's what I have said, that is, it gives a break to employees from their routine job. Next is helps you to identify where employees works best. So you can able to understand whether a person is able to play a role of a clerk, whether a person is able to play a role of the inquiry handling. So you can just identify this part. Next is gives you a backup plan if an employee sleeps. That this I have already explained you. That is, if in case of any employee is absent, the customer shouldn't feel any kinds of difficulties. So those tasks should be performed, it should be able to perform by other person as well. Next is, you have what are the different disadvantages of job rotation. First is, it can be costly and time consuming. Yes, you are wasting your time, you are wasting your cost, because some people are very strict to their work. They don't want to do the other people's work, so that can happen. Could end up with disgruntled employees. So it may end up with where employees may not be able to do the task of another, and that will automatically affect on the productivity. And next is, if won't it won't fix all your problems. Yes, most of the times it's not always the I am a lecturer at a college, and I can just take a extra. I can just, if someone is on leave, I just can take class, and I can start talking to general things. It's not always I can talk about other person, the person who is on leave. I can't talk about the subject what he used to handle. Next is might not be feasible for some industries. So it may not possible in some of the industries where there are only expertise are required. You can't play a role of expertise. For example, suppose in an organization there is a legal advisor, and you are a so in an organization there is a legal advisor and you are playing a role of HR executive. It's not possible to play a role of legal advisor by a HR executive. You can't you can't do that. You can't rotate this particular job role. Next is your business could suffer. So suppose you are taking advice from a HR executive, he is not capable of doing decisions related to law, then it will automatically the organization have to suffer for that. Next is, first we have done with the job rotation, then is what is job enrichment. What is job enrichment? Job enrichment is adding motivational factors to existing job role so that it could increase the satisfaction and productivity of the employees. So example, enrichment example is, you are motivating your employees by giving them rewards, certain bonus, you are taking feedbacks from them, so that is what a job enrichment. So, what are the different advantages of job enrichment? So, it is useful for both workers as well as the organization. It will it will helps to get it workers gets achievement, negotiation, and self actualization. The worker gets a sense of belongingness to the organization. The worker finds the job meaningful. Job enrichment, it reduces absenteeism, labor turnover, and grievances is complaints. It motivates the workers to give best performance. Next is, what are the different disadvantages of job enrichment? So in many cases job enrichment does not give a expected result. It makes many changes in the job. So many workers oppose it, and it has a limited use of highly skilled managers and professionals. The consent of workers is not taken before implementing job enrichment. Managers force the workers to accept the job enrichment, which is not good. So this is what the meaning of job enrichment. Next is, what is job enlargement? What is job enlargement? So it is, job enlargement is adding additional activities for existing job role of a same level. So where you are doing a horizontal expansion of a job. Horizontal expansion of a job is, you are adding activity, different extra activities in an existing job. So for example, small companies may not have many opportunities for the promotion, so they try to motivate employees through this job enlargement. So what are the advantages of having a for job enlargement? So the importance of this is variety of skills. So employees will learn many new things as their activities to be performed gets increased. They inculcate different skills required to perform a job. It improves earning capacity. Due to job enlargement, a person learns many new things, so his productivity will increase. Wide range of activities, job enlargement provides a different varieties of activities to be performed in the organization. What are the limitations for job enlargement? So first of all, it increases work burden of the employees. They may feel that I have just lot of to do and I can't handle, and they may suffer from frustration, depression, and problems with union members. So many union members may misunderstand job enlargement as an exploitation of the workers and may take objection towards it. They may feel that organization is dominating on us, and so we should complain. So that will go in that direction as well. So these are the difference of job enrichment and enlargement. So make sure you're understanding the most important concept. What is job enrichment? When you are saying job enrichment, it is adding motivational factors to your existing job role. And what is job enlargement? It is enlargement is adding additional activities for existing job role in a horizontal way. So this is what the difference between these two, and remaining aspects will be continuing in the next class. I just want to specify related to job simplification ne? I just first of all go with the word, one more word I just want to discuss with you people. Just a minute. So I'll just discuss one more word, that is job simplification. First is job rotation and enrichment, and job enlargement, and last one is job simplification. This is the last one. This is as good as specification, but while writing in the examination you have to write about that this particular job simplification is a process of removing some task from existing roles, and in order to make them more focused, so that to make employees more focused towards work. The objective of job simplification is to develop improved work methods that maximizes the output, and while it will minimize the cost and expenditure. So that is what a job simplification means. So we have done all four methods of job design. I'll just, okay, these all methods we have done. What is job rotation we have done. We have done job enrichment, we have done job simplification, and we have done with the job enlargement. So this is what enough for today's class. Next aspect will be continuing in the next class. If you are facing any difficulties while understanding these concepts, you are free to ask your doubts. um, this is an extra class I'm taking, just so that this particular even unit 2 will be there for your first internal, and that will be held on next week. So thank you.